everybody to my today's tutorial. Dear honorable viewers, honorable trainers, honorable teachers and honorable mentors. How are you? I think all of you are well. I'm also well. Today I will discuss from SBT Day 2 session and that is teaching vocabulary. Teaching vocabulary is a very important topic on our SBT because we know that every lesson of EFT there are some new words and it is mandatory to introduce with new words to the students as the beginning of the lesson. But what are the stages and what are the techniques of teaching vocabulary in a joyful environment? So I think this session is very important for our trainee teachers. What is the learning outcomes of the session? The learning outcomes of the session explain the stages that a teacher can use to help primary aged children learn words, introduce and teach new words using a variety of techniques, help students learn and remember new words. So let's start the session. At the beginning of the session, there is a sheet of paper. This paper we bring from our TMT book. At first we show the participants these techniques on, that is using real objects or realia. Here are some statements such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, but we have to rearrange this. How techniques, what steps should we take to teach vocabulary to our students using real objects? Here, so show the object and say the name. It will be firstly, then number 6, show the objects and elicit name by asking what's this, what's this. Then number 4, how the object, show the objects and elicit or give sentence. It's a pen, it's a pen. Then 7, in this way 5, 3 and 2. These are the sequences that we use to teach vocabulary using real objects. And techniques 2, using mime. And here are also some statements such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 6 and 7, and we have to rearrange it. Our trainee teacher will rearrange it. And at first, number 5, mime the action and say the verb. We know that only to teach verb we use mime. It's okay. At first 5, then 4, mime the action, elicit the verb and drill. Such way 6, 3, 7, 2 and 1. So I think you will get a clear idea about these two techniques. And this is technique 3, using picture flashcard. Here are also some statements such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and we also rearrange it, and it will be start from 4, show picture flashcard and say the name. At first it will be 4, then 7, show picture again and drill pronunciation, first orally and then individually. In this way, then 5, 1, 6, 2 and 3, this will be 3 sequences. This is technique 3. It we take from our TMT book. Okay. Next, here are some games like activities, and our TMT trainers are very familiar with this. Back to the board, and how we will play the game. Procedure. What will be the procedure? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can bring here some variation, and in that way we have to play the game back to the board, and by playing the game our students, our training teachers or our students will learn or learn vocabulary, or we have to teach them vocabulary. Then touch the board gently. It is also a game like activities. And what will be the procedure? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. We also some variation here, and according to this we have to play the game that is called touch the board game. Okay, so no need to clarify this. Pilmanism is also a game like activities. Procedure, demonstration. At first you have to demonstrate this, and then activity, divide learners into groups of 4 or 5, give out one set of cut up cards to each group, and such way ask our learners to mix up cards and put them face down on the table. Tell them when to start the game. Monitor and check it. Learners need supported. At the end of the game, the learners is pronounce the words they own. Listen as they pronounce words, note and problems with difficulty sounds and word stages. Okay, then feedback, praise the learners, help learners pronunciation, pronounce difficult sound using correct word stress if they are problems. This is on kind of game, and it is the last game, that is hidden word. All types of games are taken from TMT book. Preparation, give each learner a piece of paper, demonstrate how you can fold it and tear it into 4 pieces. Okay, the game can be used to practice any vocabulary set with questions. Do you have any dash? Do you have any mangoes? Do you have any bananas? Do you like banana? Are you aware something? Are you a dash? Okay, and stage 2, demonstration. Teacher will demonstrate it. The teacher asks the learners to take one card and show it to the class. That is right. The teacher asks, do you have any bread? The learner answer, no, I don't. The teacher asks, do you have any rice? The learner then answer, yes, I do. The teacher drills the phrase, do you have any? Yes, I do. No, I do not. Okay, in this way, stage 3 activity, and this is the these are the game like activities. By using these game like activities, we teach our students vocabulary, and it is very joyful. Okay, so we have to implement this type of games in our real situation, that is classroom, when we practice our classes. Okay, activity 2, explain the importance of different stages of teaching vocabulary. Why is a step important? We know in our teaching vocabulary we have some stages, and every stage is so much important. At first, understanding and learning the meaning of the new word. For example, we can say understand the meaning of the word firefighter. It is important for students to understand what a new word means right at the beginning. If they are repeating and using words without knowing what they mean, then it will be difficult for students to remember and use them. So, at first, meaning of the words. Understand and learning the meaning of the new words. Second stage is learning how to pronounce, say the new words. What is the pronunciation? How it will be pronounced. If a word is pronounced differently, it means meaning may be changed and communicate wrongly. For example, if ban is pronounced bon or ben, it means it will be changed. We got wrong understanding. For this reason, teacher need to say correctly as a model and give students plenty of opportunity to practice pronunciation. As you know, sound and letters in English don't always correspond exactly. Okay, so pronounce is very important, and learning the spelling of the new word it is also important. Students need to know how to spell and write a word. In case of writing, the students have to write the words correctly or lose its meaning. Lose its meaning. Teacher needs to provide varieties of way to copying the words in their exercises book. So spelling is important and using the words in sentence either in written or spoken form. We learn language to use them in our real life situations. Teachers should provide ample opportunity to use the language in the classroom using real play, role play, conversation or writing sentences using the learned words. So uh, when the students make a sentence with the words, then it will be fruitfully. And practicing and memorizing a new words, we learn many things but we forget. So practice is very important. It's also need to be memorized. For example, labeling a picture of a person with different parts of the body, children need to listen to and to practice saying and writing new words as much as possible. This helps them to remember the words. It is a good idea to do this in lots of different ways. Teacher can play games like gauging games, crosswords puzzle, dominoes, family game, bingo, memory game for practicing and memorizing the new words as a revision. Teachers should provide much revision activities in an interval and or regularly. For example, teacher could start some lesson with a game using words from earlier lesson. So practice in memorizing of new words is very important. Okay, because we learn many things and we also forget many things. We need to memorize and practicing. How can we teach vocabulary? Showing real objects, already we have discussed it. Showing real objects, then showing pictures or models or drawing pictures. Pictures can be used to teach vocabulary. A teacher can show pictures, chart, flashcards or magazines or he can draw pictures on the board. This is very valuable for young learners because it is visual, bright, interesting and motivating. It also makes teaching and learning more enjoyable. Then mime, action and gesture. Some words can be taught by using mimes, actions and gesture. Here, mime means doing action without talking. Teachers can mime action for eating, sleeping, writing, running, so that students understand the meaning of an action word. Gesture refers to use a physical expressions to indicate meanings, happiness, sadness, anger, fear, as well as the use of the hands to indicate actions or different types of jobs. Different definition and explanation. A teacher may explain the meaning of a difficult words. When we don't show the real objects, we don't mime it, then we explain it. Okay, by using simple language. For example, beautiful means nice to look at. Beautiful means nice to look at. And then translations to explain abstract and difficult words which students may not understand by explanation or words relating to quality are also difficult to explain. In such cases, the teachers may give Bangla meaning, beautiful, beauty, sincerity, honesty, and sometimes it saves time and gives students a clear and easier understanding. That is very essential. Okay. Using similar or opposite meaning words. A teacher can present the meaning of a word by contrasting it with another word. For example, bat. Bat, we can say good. On the other hand, a teacher can present the meaning of a word by comparing with a similar word. The synonym of the word, such as little, similar, small. So, a synonym or antonyms is a word or expression which means the same as another word or expression. So we have to follow 6 stages to teach a student vocabulary. It is more applicable for students of class 4 to 5 as they have learned together greater number of English words previously, but with simple adjectives it will also work well with students of class 1 to 3. Here is a demo class. Our 10 teachers will take the demo by grouping themselves 5 groups. We have to mention here class, and the demo will be introduce mainly new words, focus on new words, based on new words. Here is a sheet of paper. This paper is taken up from TMT book. Lesson stages. Put the name of the lesson plan stages in the gaps below. Here are 4 points, and what does it do? And we have to put up the topic in stages 1, 2, 3 and 4. It checks what the learners know and get them ready of the input. It will be leading. Okay, then stage 1 will be leading, and such way stage 2 it will be input or presentation, number 3 will be task, and number 4 will be practice. Here are also the activity circle. An activity usually has 3 stages: preparation, activity and feedback. Fill in the gaps, use the words in the box. Here are some words in the box, and also a 3 stages, that is preparation, activity and feedback. And what words will be in preparation stages, activity stages and feedback stages. At first we can say feedback. Feedback, praise or give feedback. In the preparation stages we can ask, it will be ask, get, give and check, and divide. And in activity stages we can use note down, monitor and check. Okay, so you get a clear idea from this. And how many stages we apply to teach vocabulary? After completing the session, we have to sum up the session or recap the session, and for this reason we have to throw some questions to our 10 teachers. How many stages we apply to teach vocabulary? How can we teach vocabulary? Okay, and we have also add here that vocabulary is very important, and we also use one day one word. That is very effective way to teach vocabulary. And thanks to all for watching the video. No more today.